What's up, boys and girls? YouTube, Chris from the Tiger's Den here, and this morning we had dropped on us a new Dynamax trailer from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Let's take a look. Alright, here we go. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Gigantamax trailer from the official Pokemon YouTube channel, dropped this morning. Let's break it down a little bit. Alright, so they start by talking about your new Gigantamax forms, and we have a brand new fat Pikachu and a fat Eevee. Fluffy Eevee, whatever you want to call it. Both of these are unlocked with save data files from Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. So I don't think these forms are going to be like super competitive or awesome, because why would Pokemon gate them then behind a previous purchase? I think they're probably just something like the Eevee here. I have Let's Go Eevee. This does not excite me. I will probably never use Eevee in its basic form for Cuddle. That seems meh. Pikachu, on the other hand, I love the tail. If we take a look at that. Now, I will say the swirling red clouds around everything just leads me into that excitement for the mythology of Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing, because there's something here in the lore that we're just not getting the full picture of. And you know, the leaks are right, and it's in relation to, you know, legendary Pokemon like that bird, Eternus or whatever. I'm going to be pretty happy with that one way or the other. I really like Pikachu's move. Let's see. Paralyzes all opponents. Interestingly enough, here you can see them using 1 to 3 Pokemon, I think. Not the Gengar, but behind that. Paralyzes all opponents, pretty specific about that. So are there 3-on-3 battles in the arena? That'll be interesting to see. That's not something I'm seeing a lot of people talk about, but that's definitely something that I'm seeing on here. Eevee's Gigantamax ability, G-Max Cuddle. because that's what everyone was looking for, is a giant cuddle. Opposite gender opponents become infatuated. Now I'll say this doesn't really excite me, but infatuation in Pokemon is super annoying. So there is that. Yep. Receive this Eevee by using play records from Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. So that'll be nice. They did reveal the Gigantamax Charizard. We all knew this was coming, right? Because the champion of this league uses a Charizard. We all knew, given Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing, there had to be a Charizard form. And I don't want to say he's like one of Pokemon's faces, but when you think about all the characters in Pokemon, for whatever reason, Charizard is one of Pokemon's faces. So you had to expect that. And his G-Max move does not disappoint. His alternate looks with the like fiery cape and the swirlies around the tail, the emblem thing on his belly. All non-fire types take damage for 4 turns. Really, really liked the massive explosion that this move, causes. Let's see if I can get that. The massive explosion. God, this game looks so good. Really like that. But then the MVP of the video for me was new Gigantamax Butterfree. This really excites me because I've loved Butterfree since Gen 1. I love when Ash got rid of Butterfree in the cartoon. It just led me down the path of, you are not a very good trainer, and you should have kept your Butterfree, because Butterfree are awesome. And of course, G-Max Befuddle. Whoo, G-Max Befuddle, poison, paralysis, or asleep. Now, that's not anything like mind-blowing, but if you're talking, multiple people on the battlefield, one's asleep, one's poisoned, one's paralyzed, so on and so forth, really like that as well. Love Giant Butterfree. Oh, yeah. And here you see, right, they have 2 on the field there. Sirfetch'd and Obstagoon. So, which, by the way, Gigantamax Obstagoon looks hilarious. Giant tongue. Exclusive early pre-order bonus was a Meowth, and this jumps more into substantiating the leaks that we've been hearing from Pokemon, because this Meowth turns into this frickin' thing. You've got your wiener dogs, and now you've got your wiener cats. So, Gigantamax Meowth has G-Max Gold Rush, baby. G-Max Gold Rush is going to hit this turtle with a lot of money, and what is it? Confuses all targets and earns in-game cash bonus. I gotta be honest with you, I actually really like that. In-game cash bonus, that's always nice. Confuses all targets, always nice. So yeah, it's interesting that your pre-order Meowth has that bonus. I will say that this Meowth design is just mind-boggling to me, and let's see, the clouds being up here, right? He's like a giant totem pole, essentially. I don't know how I feel about this Meowth. Like, part of me wants to laugh at it. Part of me is really creeped out by its eyes and how freaking long it is for seemingly no substantiated reason. And on the other hand, I think could be cool. Could be cool. Weirdly enough, I am least excited, about Eevee and Pikachu. And I think that's the way that they meant it to come across, because those Pokemon are, the Gigantamax forms are only available like that for those of us that have save data from Let's Go and Let's Go. So I think we're meant to be less excited about those, but I can safely say that the Meowth one is really out of left field. Did not need it. And I'm really curious to see how this plays out, because we're seeing Gigantamax forms of a lot of first stage Pokemon. Not, obviously Butterfree, Charizard, Obstagoon, like, we are seeing Gigantamax forms and Dynamax forms of later stage Pokemon. But we're also seeing early stage Pokemon. And that does make sense, because if you want people Gigantamaxing and stuff from early game, then you want some of the early game Pokemon, or a bunch of the early game Pokemon, and the early game stages to be able to do those things as well. Like if all of the Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing was reserved for your stage 2s and your stage 3s, then the very beginning of the game would not feature any of those mechanisms. So I'm not sure how they're going to balance that. I'm very curious to see it play out. I am excited about it. I'm willing to give it and Game Freak the benefit of the doubt here, because I do think with the Gigantamaxing and stuff, this is a way to clean up what I thought was a horrendous decision in things like Z moves and whatnot. But, you know, like I said, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to see it play out. And if the lore and stuff is anything like the leaks have been telling us, I do want to say one thing I'm very concerned about with this is I'm really concerned that all the work put into Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing and all of that is just going to be thrown by the wayside after Pokemon Sword and Shield. Because of whatever's going on in the lore, like other Pokemon games, we're going to introduce these really new, really exciting concepts, and then we're just going to dump them off to the side after this game. And I think that's been a problem with the series on and off as a whole. So I'm really hoping that we don't see it here. Really hoping that these are like long haul plans for them to continue improving each game. But we'll have to see, and we'll reserve judgment until the game releases in now less than 1 month. So get hyped, people. Pokemon Sword and Shield, less than a month, and we're going to be covering it here on the channel. Thank you for joining me for another video, guys. I've been Chris, this has been the Tiger's Den, and you guys have been great. Just a quick reminder, if you like the video, be sure to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, notification icon, all that jazz. But also remember, this video is uploading on the 16th of October. That is the release date for Little Town Hero. I will be likely streaming Little Town Hero late on its release day. I hope to get a review and impressions video up. The game is supposedly, 10 to 20 hours long, depending on how fast or not fast you go through the game. So I do want to start a playthrough of it. I do want to give my impressions of it. I won't say whether or not I have already been playing it, or I have already been playing it, but but I do want to start a new game, start fresh, and sort of begin and refine my Let's Play series. Anyway, so I want to start that, and of course it is Game Freak's anniversary, so I may check out their video later and post a summary and reaction if they have any news or anything interesting littered out through that. So be sure to check out the channel, be sure to check out those videos. And last night, in the case that you're a Magic Arena fan, Ben was streaming some Arena last night for an obscene amount of time because he's dedicated to you. So be sure to check out Ben's videos as well on the channel, and thank you guys so much.